Alright boys, let's go ahead and install the 70mm Dashcam 4K A810 Lite set. The name's a little confusing, but it seemed like a no-brainer. I've had the VFO A810, I believe. I'll put it somewhere here. I've been using that for a bit, but I also need a back camera, and this one had it. And when 70mm reached out to send it over to me, I was like, yeah, I'll try it out. Let's see what it's like. It is not a sponsored video though, so anything that I say are my complete and honest thoughts. They don't get to see this video before anybody else. It just goes on to YouTube. They don't have a say in what I do or say. So anyway, let's go ahead and install this. It's gonna be quite a task because there's a back camera too. I've never done that before. I watched a bunch of videos. It should be fine. I am losing daylight though, and I really gotta get a move on. So let's do it. Okay, let's get into it. So first things first, we do the front. As you can see, I've got the VFO right there. It's the VFO A810 V3. Yeah, that's the one. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this on for now, and I'm gonna install this one on this side. I'll leave the VFO as is to also be able to compare the footage, but also I don't like not being able to see the screen. First things first, we clean. That should be good enough. Alright, now goes on the base plate as high as possible. Alright. Make sure there's no air bubbles, or very minimal at least, so it just stays stuck on. Alright, that's good. Next thing, we have this little guy. So you see this kind of, there's some indents on it, so you put it from a lower angle and then kind of slide it up. So since the camera is going to go like that, the base plate should be lined up. Just make sure you get that right. The rest should basically be fine. So I'm going to get it on like that. Try to have it as close to the middle as possible to distribute the weight, but since I'm trying to get it a little higher, it's going to be like in the middle but decently higher, so that as much of the weight is distributed as possible. As much of the weight as possible is distributed. Semantics, I suppose. What isn't? Alright, this is right there now, and I can now remove it if I want, so it's just easier to, use it. You can see, please remove before use, so that I can see the actual screen. Alright, that's pretty good. I can move around. If I need, once I'm done with the testing, I'm probably going to move it to the right side. Also, there's an app, so anything that I need to do, I don't need to do manually. I mean, I do have to do it manually, but I don't have to do it on the device itself. I can do it through my phone, so it's not a big deal. Now let's get to the wire. Alright, so the adapter that this in has one USB-A in it, but the one that I already am using for my VFO, that has two, so I'm just going to leave the two for now so that I can actually test properly. Let's start with the front camera. So I'm honestly just going to follow the path that I had for my VFO, and that's more or less it. It's going to be pretty boring, this part of it. I'm just going to do it. I might put in a time lapse, but outside of that, basically done with the installation.
Let's begin.
Okay, the wiring for the back camera is done now too. I am going to install the base for it now, clean it up. And one more thing that I forgot was there's a memory card that's supposed to go into the front dash cam, which I just got from the front. It's great that they included. I'm not going to show that on camera per se, but it's like pretty easy install. It's right there. Anyway, I'm going to finish this up and then walk you through the app stuff. Also, it doesn't really matter what orientation you put it in, like there's no right way to put it because you can flip it from the app if you need. which I'll show you later. There's no like markings on it per se that tells you what's straight. There's no straight. Whatever seems the most convenient to you based on your wiring is good. So let's just do that. All right. So the installation's basically done. The wiring's not like done perfectly, but it's functional enough until I'm sure where I need it, and then I'm going to do it properly. Properly is also loose term, because if you can see with the blue tape, that's what I've done for the VO4, because I can get into the internals and everything. That's just way too much work. Also, my cousin has a car shop. If anyone's going to do all of that internal stuff, it's him. He doesn't really need to. It's fine. I'm probably going to put like some black tape over it, so you cannot really see it. That's functional enough for me. Case closed. Anyway, let's start up the car and make sure that it actually powers on. VO4 is lit up and the 70 miles lit up also. You hear that? Anyway, so what you can do, okay, it's gonna take you through a setup. I'll just show it to you really quick. This might be a little weird, but it's just asking for system language. English is good. Oh, the buttons underneath, that's how you get it, I guess. Sure. I am not in, well, that's loud. Okay, Canada is now one of them by default, which is where I am. System time settings, this is interesting. I hope it's month and date format. It doesn't really mention, but actually I guess I could go minus and no. Yeah, this is month, and that's good. No parking surveillance. Yeah, I don't have that. We're not hardwiring this. Okay, let's do that. I'm just gonna place this here now, unless there's anything like of note to show on the thing. Okay, this is what the app looks like. You agree to it. Okay, I guess I have to sign up. Yeah, I'm just gonna use Apple and hide my email, because that's generally the safest. Safe's a relative term, I suppose. Verification code. Alright, don't seem to be getting one. You know what, there's an option to skip it, so I'm just gonna skip it for now. Please select your country, region correctly to get an experience. Okay, so I couldn't do that on the Dashcam, but now it's giving me a list of countries. Let's do Canada. Add device. Okay, so I have the I'm just gonna start a video recording because that's just probably easier. So A810 Lite. Okay, I see the blue status LED. That's good. It's asking me to format the memory card. I guess we'll do that first. Yeah, confirming authorization. Extended cam is connected. I see that on the thing. We're good. Connecting to Dashcam hotspot. Okay, it's connected now, but how do you change the password? Okay, now as you can see, it shows the whole thing, which I guess you can see through my screen recording. But you can see it, so I'm just going to adjust it to show the actual HUD and what's happening. That's pretty good. Now if you can see, that's the back camera. There are other people practicing over there. So let's go to settings, speaker volume. First, let's get this to ultra low. That shit was loud. Oh yeah, mirroring and rotation. Rotate 180. Well, that's good. I'm probably gonna move this to the center because, well, that's not a great view. It doesn't cover a lot, but it covers something, so that's not bad. Yeah, the front's looking pretty good. Actually, let me see if I can change the password. Yeah, let's go. Pretty good. The quality looks pretty good as of now. I'm gonna test it out a little bit more with the VO4, compare notes, and we'll know how well it's doing. Yeah, I'm also gonna turn the mic on. If you guys want to do that, you can do that. GG boys. I'll see you at home with the comprehensive review. Alright, it's a couple days later and I've driven quite a bit since, and I've gone through most of the footage, and there are three things I want to talk about. Let's get the first, very simple one out of the way. The coordinates at the bottom of the screen capture that you must have seen in the phone screen recording, where you could see the footage and also the footage you'll see in a little bit. Well, that's pretty much on point. I put it through coordinate searches, like within the parking lot, it knew exactly where I am. And even like driving around, I'm sure it's fine. I haven't checked the driving around once, but there's no reason to think it's not gonna be accurate, because the other one was bang right there. The second thing I want to talk about now, how to export the footage. I showed you the app, and that's basically how you can do it. It's very hassle-free, there's not a lot to it. But let's say you want to export a lot of footage, and then just going through your phone might be a little too slow. Also, the network might not be the best way to do it. So what you can do is you can take the SD card out, and you can plug it into your laptop. You'd probably need a card reader, but you can just plug it into your laptop and just export all the footage that way. I did it the same way when I was trying to get through all the footage, because seeing it on your phone, it's not that clear. So there are two ways to do it, pretty convenient, the same as the VO4. But yeah, VO4 doesn't have the app. So in my opinion, the 70mm A810 Lite is better in this sense anyway. The third thing I wanted to talk about was the comparison between the VO4 and the 70mm. What did I learn? What I learned was they're essentially the same. There's not a lot of difference. The major difference between both of them were like sometimes one couldn't read the license plate, the other could. Like some back and forth, which mostly came down to the angles they were placed at. One was looking from the left, one was looking from the right. One was angled slightly higher, one was angled slightly downwards. That was literally the only difference. The nighttime performance, low light performance, dealing with glares, like it was so very similar. The only thing I would say, the 70mm footage looks overall better. I'll just show you like a side by side right here. The VO4 looks just a tad bit washed out, but it's not like a big deal functionally, only if you're ever going to use any of these clips, for, I don't know, time lapses, or to include as part of a video or something to put on YouTube, like whatever it might be. It's slightly better than 70mm. As for the mic test, the VO4's mic is like pretty average, like there's not a lot to it. It's functionally the same. The 70mm was a bit clearer, and also like the audio was basically louder, so it was also clearer. I'll play you a clip right here if you want to listen to it. Pretty good, like it's functionally pretty good, like there's nothing else to it.
So within 2 years from now, we will have billions of IQ 190 plus minds and data centers that have all the full cognitive repertoire of a human being, more or less.
I mean, I thought we already had that. I'm on Reddit every day.
They're not 190 yet.
Oh.
But they're like 130, 145.
And that being said, let's talk price. The 70mm, the one that I'm testing right now, is usually for $150, while the VO4 is for $110 or $120, something like that. The 70mm goes on sale quite often on Amazon, on their website. On Amazon, it goes as low as $90, while the VO4 lowest it goes $95. So if you time it right, the 70mm will be cheaper. It's functionally the same. I would say it's slightly better because the audio quality and overall like the look of the videos is better. There's also back camera included in it, which is just such a good thing, such a game changer according to me. And generally the interface, how the app works, how the screen looks, how responsive it is, also how it looks. I'll also include a picture of it right here. I changed the display to show me miles per hour. Since I'm in Canada, I just see kilometers per hour, and if I ever drive to the States, I can just have miles per hour right in front of my face, which is so very good. You can also have it just show you a preview of what it's recording. You could have just the time. Like there's so many things you can do with it. The screen's better, the app interface is better. Like there's just so many things that are going for it, and you can get it for cheaper than the VO4 if you time it right. Like right now it's on sale 40% off for $90, like I said. I would say it's a great deal. I'll leave a link in the description. Just try it out for yourself and let me know how it goes. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. PS out.